Yes, Judge Burroughs, thank you very much for that. And Congressman Carter, thank you for the disclaimer on behalf of the community banks. I will tell you that they are safe, solid, liquid. Some of them here in the county have been over 100 years. And you can do the same thing in them today that you could do yesterday. But folks, I'll tell you, they want 20% down. They want you to have a job and they expect you to pay it back. But you can be proud to bank with your community bank. That's my only paid political. Next person we have coming up here is John Fisher. John has been a long time member of the Governmental Affairs Committee for the Greater Killeen Chamber of Commerce, and he's sort of our go-to guy in terms of roadways, transportation, and communication with TxDOT, and we appreciate you being here, John.
Thank you, Terry. Thank you, Terry. Indeed, it's a pleasure to introduce a couple of folks, and one of them is going to speak, but first I want to recognize Richard Skopik. Richard, if you would stand up. Richard, against the district engineer from the Waco district. Richard's not on the hot seat today because 195 in his district is complete. But as it's been said, 195 is very important to all of us. It's especially important to me because, number one, I live on it. I raised 3 boys driving up and down it when it was 2-lane. And most importantly, about a month ago, I had 2 cousins that were hit head-on just south of Florence on 195. So luckily enough, they both got busted up pretty bad, had to be cut out, but they are both going to survive. And so it is pretty important that 195 is complete because it makes it a safe thoroughfare, it makes it a safe trip, plus it opens up a lot of economic development opportunities for Killeen, Williamson County, Bell County, for the airport and everything there. So it's my pleasure to introduce to you the person we're going to kind of put on the hot seat because he's going to get a chance to discuss a little bit about 195 and the project in Williamson County. And before I bring him up, I want to tell you a little bit. He's a 1977 graduate of the University of Texas. Us Aggies, that's okay. He did get his Bachelor of Science degree in Civil Engineering. He went into TxDOT service in 1988 in Georgetown and worked his way up. In September 2003, he was appointed District Director from the Austin District. And so I know we're running a little tight on time, and rather than spend a lot of introductions and all the things he's done, I'll let him have the floor. Just like, ladies and gentlemen, Robert Day.
Thank you. I really enjoyed a pleasant lunch here today with you all. Appreciate the invitation to join the Congressman and at this event. I know we're running tight on time, so I'll be brief, but we at TxDOT, you know, we get excited when we get to build things. And the 195 project gets us awfully excited because I'll tell you, there's nothing that gets me more excited building something than building a safety project. And Congressman and all the other elected officials here, you're going to save a lot of lives. Thank you for the funding. Let's give them a round of applause. We do at TxDOT recognize that all of the money comes from the taxpayers. Those are hard votes and takes the leadership of the state representatives and the county commissioners and the county judges and the mayors to pull together and pass the bonds, to buy the right-of-way, to move those utilities. Those are not easy votes. And we understand that there's a lot of pressure to keep taxes down, but without those tough votes, projects like this don't happen. And so thank you to all of the elected officials here and the Chambers of Commerce members and all of you who helped get those elections passed. I had thought that we might be in this situation of being tight on time, and so I have put my speech on 3 handouts. The first is really what you want to know, and that is what's going to be built when. There'll be the first construction projects, which is shown on the map as segments 1 and 2 in the beautiful blue color. The first thing will go to construction about a year from this summer. We'll go from the Bell County line out a few miles to get you around Florence, which the judges, I think, appropriately called the new Florence speed trap. That's the, so I guess he was referring to it. I brought up here as the new stimulus package for Florence. Then The next phase will be the southern end. That leaves us with a gap in the middle, and we look forward to everybody's support in this next legislative session to try to get us some Prop 12 money or some other TxDOT funding to help complete that $18 million gap. I assure you that I have shown seasons for start dates, because I assure you the day that these projects are ready to go, the utilities are moved, and we're able to start, we will start, and we will get them finished as fast as we can. And we're going to appreciate your patience with you and driving very slowly through our construction zones while we build it, but we're going to have it open just as fast as we can. And if you do have any questions or concerns, please don't hesitate to call my office if they're pleasant questions. If not, you can call Richard Skopic for any complaints. So, with that, I'll be happy to answer any questions that anybody has. You do have three pages to your handout. The first, it's really the dollars and time. The second is a plan view or a little map that shows the projects. And the third is simply a pretty picture that shows we have 2 lanes now, and we're going to have 4 divided lanes that should dramatically increase the mobility and dramatically increase the safety of that roadway. As was stated, I started out in Georgetown, in the Georgetown area office for TxDOT, and I am awfully tired over my about 25-year career with TxDOT of going out to 195 and looking at accident sites. And I am hopeful that I'm not going to have to make that trip very often in the future. With that, anybody have any questions for me? Seeing none, I can turn it back. Thank you.
Thank you very much for coming out to join us. And in spite of that purple shirt that Fisher has on, I wore this for you, University of Texas. I was glad to see that on that resume. Does anybody have anything they would like to ask, talk about, bring before the group? If not, I will tell you, we're so thankful that so many of you came, that took your time to come. This is a wonderful group. Probably the best we've ever had. I did the governmental affairs for 13 years a few years back, and never had anything quite like this. So we're awfully glad that you all are here. On the invitations, it said from 11 till 2. Thought that was a little long, but we've got some time left over, so please feel free to stay here and visit. There's an awful lot of networking that I've already seen going on that you might continue. But at this point in time, we will call the meeting officially over. Thank you for coming.
Good to see you. Good to see you. Okay, we'll do that. We'll run a very efficient meeting.